Hi, I'm Bridget Brennan with FARA, and I'm going to speak to you about priority review vouchers. As we know, 70% of rare disease are pediatric onset conditions. Of those, 95% have no approved treatments. Congress added rare pediatric diseases to the priority review voucher program in 2012 to help expedite drug development in this area. Now, priority review vouchers are a program that allows an incentive to drug developers. If they're able to get a drug candidate across the finish line and get an approval for that candidate for a pediatric condition, the Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, will issue a voucher to them. The voucher doesn't do anything for the current drug that's getting approved. Think of it as a get out of jail free card. The drug company will hold on to that voucher until the time comes that they need to do one of two things. They can either use the voucher if they have a second candidate in front of the FDA that will take 10 months to get a review. They can present the voucher and they will get an expedited or 6-month review on that second candidate. It's a really great opportunity for companies to get their drugs onto the market sooner. And if it's a small biotech who only does rare diseases and would always get an expedited review, they actually can sell the voucher to a bigger pharmaceutical company that might want that timetable. And currently, those vouchers are running about $100 million. So that's a great incentive to bring financial resources to smaller biotechs. This chart shows you that since it's been introduced, it has continually grown over the years. And this is consistent with the fact that drug development takes somewhere between 12 and 15 years from the beginning until it gets to approval. And so you can see that the incentive has been building over the years and more drugs have been starting to get vouchers. In fact, 55 rare pediatric vouchers have been issued since 2012 in over 40 diseases, many of which have been done on the more recent years. A 2020 report from the Government Accountability Office found all drug sponsors they interviewed held these vouchers a factor in their drug development decisions. When they're looking at which candidates to pursue, having the possibility of getting this voucher was something that they weighted which candidate they were going to move forward on. A great thing to bring up when you're meeting with members is that this program is budget neutral. There is no cost to the taxpayers to reauthorize this program. And moreover, all stakeholders, patients, industry, and regulators all support the program. They think it's a great incentive to get people into the rare pediatric space. In fact, in our own community, we saw that this program was helpful. When Reata was looking at the candidate, which eventually became Skyclarys, they were a small biotech pharma company. They had no approvals yet, so they had no source of revenue coming in, and they had to establish a regulatory strategy. And part of that strategy was including the possibility of getting a priority review voucher. That incentive gave them the push to take the risk and invest in FA research. And look what we were able to accomplish with that. So this is a prime example of how this program can get a drug to a community that had no treatments before this, and now at least has one treatment, hopefully many more to come. Unfortunately, this program ended on December 20th of last year. If a company was developing a candidate right now, they would not be eligible to get one of these vouchers. And we would like anybody who's really working on pediatric candidates to be able to get this kind of a voucher and give more companies incentives to come into this space. So our ask is to support the Give Kids a Chance Act. It's HR 1262 or S932. This reauthorizes the Pediatric Priority Review Voucher Program for 5 years. And I will tell you that it has a lot of support on the Hill. It is bipartisan and bicameral, so both houses have support on both sides of the aisle. This should be a really great conversation in all of the offices you go into. Remind your members, we need more incentives, not less, for medical research. Thank you.